I've been debating some time if I wanted to shoot this video. Um, it's a hard one for me to shoot. And it's going to be uncut, so I understand if, you don't get through it. I'm going to talk about depression. I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship. I'm going to talk about rock bottom. And I'm going to talk about giving up. So the last video, actually I don't know if it's the last video that was posted on this channel, but one of my last videos talked about how I quit my job to pursue some of the other opportunities I had. I had a lot of freelance coming in. I had some freelance that I thought was going to be guaranteed, enough to sustain me. And for about 2 months, that was the case. About a month after that video was shot, I got some good work. That was mid-April, so I'd say June and July, things went really well. And then they didn't. And I fooled myself into thinking that I was trying hard enough and that I was doing everything possible, because I kept getting told that, oh, just wait a little bit longer and everything will be okay. Now, I was told this by clients. I was told this by friends, family, those people, and my cat, of course. I was told this by people I trusted and people who were telling me what I needed to hear, and I realize that now. It's not easy to tell someone that they made a mistake, especially if you care about them. And I encourage everybody who's watching this to don't just say what people want to hear. If you're really close to someone, doesn't matter if they're your child, your parent, your best friend, your sibling. When it comes to something that can really affect their lives, and you think that they're making a wrong decision, talk to them about it. You might find that, and don't do it in a judgmental way, but you might find that they've got it figured out. Or you might find, like in my case, and I didn't. Fast forward a few months, September came around, and some major things happened in my life that ended up leading to directly, I'll say, I was going to say indirectly, but I got to be honest. This whole journey has led directly to problems with me and my wife, directly to problems with me and my family. And these problems are still going on 8 months later. Around September, I finally talked to my wife about what's been going on. How the money just stopped coming, and instead of making $2,000-$3,000, somewhere in between there, which is good, for just starting out, down to a few $100s, some months even less. And it caused a strife within our marriage, not because of the money, but because of the fact that I'm not pulling my weight in life. Really put it down to that. And that's when mentally I hit rock bottom. Luckily, life has not thrown me there yet, but it's darn close. I still haven't found a job, or more clients for that matter, and it's 8 months later now. And things are only things are only getting worse. Now, I'm not making this video because I want to hear encouraging remarks. I'm not making this video for anybody to tell me it's going to be okay. I'm making this video to share my experience. And maybe someone can learn from it, because right now it's hard for me to learn from anything that's gone on. So what's been going on with me and getting a job or clients? Like I said, at this point, while I'm very open to the freelancing, it's still the dream. I've also been trying to pursue more traditional work, part-time, full-time, something to get me to the next level of my life, something to stabilize my relationships, something to bring a little balance into everything I'm doing right now. And day after day, it seems like I just keep getting bad news. It started actually at the end of September. I had a job lined up. Even told me, yeah, you got this job. I told my wife, they want me to start working in October. This is great. It's a great company. And then October 1st came when I was supposed to get the email saying of when to come in and sign the papers. But instead, it was an email saying, we're sorry, we didn't hit our numbers and we're not hiring. We're sorry for wasting your time, and everything else they could say. And that's business. I don't blame them. I do wish that they had known that before they had told me I pretty much had the job, but it's business. Similar things have happened over and over. Another job about a month and a half in December, a month and a half later, went in for 3 interviews. They loved me. Everything was great. I was all but guaranteed the job. I was told there were 3 of us, but I had the highest chance. I was told that by 2 people. And I never heard from them again. Emailed them about 2 weeks after that interview, no response. By that point, it had already been 3 months. And I wasn't worried, but it started getting to me. It was really demoralizing. But January came around, and I was back into it, applying for jobs. Now, I'm applying for jobs in marketing, digital marketing, copywriting, content management, anything revolving around content, really. Editing, web design even. And these are all skills that I have. These are all things that I have, my resume is very packed. And then it happened again. February, I applied for a job, beginning of February. It might have been late January. I was recommended by a friend, actually, and it looked really promising. I got the interview, got the phone interview, got the second phone interview, and then it kind of got weird. 2 weeks later, I got an in-person interview. I was like, okay, 2 weeks, whatever. They're like, great. And then 2 weeks later, they wanted me to do another in-person interview. Okay, cool. Go in. Interview went great. Another 2 weeks later. Now we're talking about just 3 weeks ago. Again, they email me saying, well, we need you to do a writing sample, which isn't uncommon, but, it's been almost 2 months at this point. Never heard from him again. I heard from my friend who worked there that they did hire someone else. There was one of 2 of us that were still interviewing, and they went with them. Again, this is all circumstantial. I don't blame these companies. I'm telling this because, and again, kind of go what I said earlier is my experience. And with this comes one more job that's done the same thing in the last couple weeks. 2 weeks ago, got a phone interview on a Friday. Following Monday, phone interview with the hiring manager. Had an in-person interview on Wednesday. It went really well. Both the CEO and I'm not sure what his title was, but he was the second in command or second in charge. Both loved me. It went great. I was told I'd hear from them the following Monday, and nothing. So I reached out that week, found out, oh, the guy's been sick. Okay, cool. Reached out today, and they decided to go with someone else. So that's why I'm making this video finally, because I listen to a lot of motivational speeches, and there's one thing that seems to be very common when you're talking about, perseverance. Because I'll be honest, if it wasn't the difference between, in many ways, life and death, not literally, but the death of my current life, I guess you could say, I want to give up so bad. If I could, I'd give up right now. I'd even go back to my old job. I would give up on this, because it's gotten that bad, that demoralizing. I look back and did some quick looking at how many jobs I've applied for in the last 8 months. I've applied for right around 1,000 jobs. Okay, and I have a resume with mid to senior level writing skills, mid-level content skills, and mid-level social media skills, senior level web design skills. And this is still, it's still this hard to get a position. And so when I got that email today saying that that last job went another direction, and it about killed me. I was actually sitting in a Panera Bread, just getting ready to kind of start some of my work for the day, because I do, have a little bit of freelance work. And I sat there for about 5 minutes just thinking, what am I going to do? I don't know how much longer my marriage can take the stress of me not having a job, of me not contributing in the way that my wife feels is fair, and the way that I feel is fair. I know she's right. Actually, she's too lenient on me. Truth be told, I want so much more for me when it comes to our marriage. I should say more for her, I guess, but I think you get what I'm saying. And so I sat there for 5 minutes, literally doing nothing. My computer was in front of me, the screen was on, my food sat next to me, and everything around me disappeared. And for those 5 minutes, I truly wished that I didn't exist. So what happened? Well, 5 minutes passed, and I realized I'm not done. That I will fight, and I will not give up. I will fight for my life, my marriage. I will fight for my family. I will fight for my friends, and I will fight for every single person out there who pushes and pushes and continues to get knocked down, only to get back up again. Because that's who I am. And as dark as things get, as bad as things get, I will always fight. Because the more times I get knocked down, the closer I am to achieving something, achieving my goals, achieving my dreams. The more I get knocked down, the closer that next step is. And I'm not just saying this. I know this for a fact. The only way you can truly fail is by giving up. And I will never give up. As dark as I feel right now, as empty as I feel, I still feel. And as long as I can feel something, I can act and react. I don't know who's going to watch this video, especially to the end. But if you did, thank you for listening to me. I hope that this helps. Really, that's what this is about. It's not about me. All it's about me for is helping me get my words out, helping me get it off my chest, because I don't have anyone to talk to about this kind of thing. But this video is about helping other people who might be going through similar situations. And it might not be a job. It might be something completely different. It might be school. But one thing's for sure, you should never stop fighting. You should never stop pushing forward. And we'll get there someday. We really will. So thank you again, and I think I plan on doing more of these videos where I just kind of talk about what's on my mind. No formatting, no special thumbnails, just me sitting here in front of a camera. All right.